Welcome back to Hey What's That? I'm your host Barry, and today we're on the roof of one of our motorhomes out here on the sales lot, and we're looking at something that a lot of customers have some misconceptions about. It's a self-leveling sealant that's used around your vents and openings in the roof to keep water from coming back in. A lot of people think it's caulk. It is not. The most common brand name for this is Jayco. It does come in a tube that you can use a caulk gun to dispense it with, but the big difference here is that this Jayco and self-leveling sealant is meant for use on level surfaces. So when we squeeze it out, it's going to self-level and seal up around these openings. It instantly bonds to fiberglass, metals, TPO and EPDM rubber roofs, and all sorts of other common RV materials that we're going to see up here on the roof. Now, over time, the Jayco can dry up from the sun and exposure and start to crack, and at that point it's going to need to be either stripped up and resealed, or you can actually put a little Jayco over the top of it. Let's take a look at an example of something that needs to be touched up. So we're up on the roof of a little bit of an older unit, and what we can find here is that some of our Jayco has begun to dry up and crack a little bit. We can zoom in on that and see where it's starting to break. Now that's a point where water can intrude. So at this point where the front cap meets the rubber roof, they put this Jayco down over the joints and the seams and everywhere that there's a screw. In this particular case, we can actually come back in, clean this area really well with a dedicated rubber roof cleaner, and then wipe it down after it dries with some denatured alcohol on a damp cloth, let that dry up, and then we can put new Jayco directly on top of it to seal it right back up. Now, if it's much worse than this, if it's really dried and cracked, that's when you're going to want to peel it up and put all new Jayco down instead of just going back over the top. This has been Hey What's That? And until next time, happy RVing. If you're unsure or unable to perform this task on your own, please bring it into our service department here at Southern RV to have our qualified technicians perform it for you. Please do not use aftermarket or as seen on TV products, as results are not guaranteed.